Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business, and I'm excited that you're here at the channel today. In QuickBooks Point of Sale today, we are going to explore the little dashboard area called Time Clock History. Time Clock History is a great area for administrators or owners or managers so they can look over all the entries in the time clock that their employees have put in. And we're just going to take a look at that and see what you can do there and introduce you to some of the concepts there. Before we do that, go ahead and click on the link down in the description below to get over to our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group. Join up there. I'll be looking forward to seeing you so you can ask questions about workflows or curiosities, maybe errors or what have you. We have a great community. Love to answer your questions there. Become part of the group. If you're on YouTube today, don't forget to hit subscribe down below so you get all the best QuickBooks Point of Sale videos coming at you all the time. Okay, let's do this. I will mention that in QuickBooks Point of Sale right now, I am logged in as sysadmin. And of course, sysadmin is the user who has the most rights in QuickBooks Point of Sale, all the rights actually. And I mention that because if you have employees and managers and all these different people, you're either going to have to really trust them that they're doing you right, that they are accountable and truthful and honest people, or you're going to want to turn on security and users and rights so that if you're not quite sure about your entire staff, or maybe you have a big staff and so you can never be too sure, you may want to limit the access to both managing the time clock as well as time clock history. And I'll show you that in a moment. We're going to click on time clock history, and you can see here, this is for last year in 2018. This file is a little old, and all of these employees clocked in and clocked out. And if an employee, maybe a lowest employee, actually had access to this area, it would not be difficult at all for them to just come in and double click on an entry and make a change or do whatever they want with the entry. But yeah, otherwise each one of these lines in the time clock history area is a clock in and a clock out, as well as an elapsed time for a particular employee. Of course, if you've seen our other videos, you know that all of these entries can flow over to QuickBooks Accounting and go right into your employee payroll. It makes everything super simple. Everybody just needs to clock in and clock out, and then, they get paid. And that is why you need to super trust them and to be doing the right thing, as well as your managers. If you just have this section secluded to your managers, then you know that they are the only ones that can change something, and it kind of dictates what somebody is going to get paid. So you will also notice up here, if you go on the I want to menu, you can delete an entry. So if you're trying to redo one, or maybe you notice an erroneous entry that shouldn't be there, like that person wasn't there that day, what the heck, you can highlight it and delete it. You can also add a new entry. So you can see this created by column here, and we can see that I think there's only one entry here that was actually just created by somebody. So you can kind of track if somebody's hitting new entry and just creating an entry without it actually being having come from the time clock itself. It looks like most of these all are going to be coming from the time clock. And then of course, like I showed you, you can double click on an entry if you want to change some things in it. You would also be able to edit. Hit the edit button, it does the same thing, brings up the entry for editing. And then there's a slightly newer option here, turning list edit on. And what that does, when done editing, turn it off. Okay, great. What that does is, instead of having to double click and go into the entry and change stuff, you can change stuff right here on the fly. You can change who it is, you can change the date, you can change the date out, you can change the clock in and the clock out. You could even change the elapsed time. And once you're done using this like a spreadsheet, then you would go ahead and turn list edit off. Of course, you also have the ability to copy an entry, and you can search entries just like this, and it would just bring up a particular person or whatever you searched. And then you can change your views to just be looking at a certain time period. You can create a custom filter for a certain time period. Maybe we just want last week. Oh, obviously, this is from 2018, so nothing happened last week, sorry. But you would see last week's if you were a going affair. Yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of the time clock management area for time clock history. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business, and now you know this. If you thought this was helpful, then go ahead and hit the like button down below, please. And if you have any questions or comments, leave a comment below. I'd love to answer you back. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. You have an excellent day. Bye-bye.